Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. You are most welcome for this very, very important webinar. I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Naiga Harriet. I'm a midwife from Uganda, the founding director of Midwife-Led Community Transformation, a community-based organization that is aiming at bridging the gap which is existing between the midwife and the local community through provision of sexual reproductive health and rights to marginalized adolescents and young adults. We also empower midwives and nurses to build their capacity in leadership and also in the provision of adolescent-friendly sexual reproductive health services in the communities. I'm also a Nursing Now Challenge champion, as I have been implementing the Nursing Now Challenge project over the past 1 year, and it has been so amazing. I'm also one of the members of the Nursing Now Challenge committee. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Nursing Now, to moderate this very important webinar. Allow me to share this slide that I have. Okay. Okay, I wanted to start by sharing my personal experience of mentorship and my experience through the Nursing Now Challenge. Today's webinar is about the importance of mentoring relationship and introducing Vygo platform to the Nursing Now Challenge network. It is so amazing. I felt so excited when I saw this opportunity coming up for all of us as Nursing Now network, so that we can share what we have benefited from Nursing Now empowerment. It is only through mentorship that we can be able to cast a stone for what we have got to benefit more nurses and midwives, so that ripples can be created in all areas around the world. How has been my personal experience through mentorship? I have been privileged to have my personal former mentor, Professor Grace Edwards, a professor of midwifery education and practice at Aga Khan University, whom I have been through my journey with for the past 5 years. And we were joined well by International Cooperation of Midwives through the formal mentorship program that we went through. And how I have experienced this mentorship is the mutual relationship that I got with my mentor, to an extent that she has been engaged in all the activities that I do, providing the support that I need whenever I need her. In other words, we have become so tight, and together with other mentors, including Mr. Cliff Asher Aliga, who is a critical nurse specialist. And these are all my strategic advisors. I believe that the experience I have got is just enough for me to help other nurses and midwives as they develop their leadership through their early career development. And I want to thank Nursing Now for the support, for the continuous mentorship that you have given me throughout the journey. Thank you very much. Today's webinar is involving the keynote speakers. 2 of them, I will introduce them. One is Dr. Kerry Jones, from a honorary professor of University of Nottingham. Then Professor Sue Hines, the Assistant Director of Nursing, Professional Development, Education and Workforce, Nottingham University Hospitals. And then Ben Hallett, co-founder and CEO of Vigo, is going to give us the introduction to Vigo and what it brings to the Nursing Now Challenge participants. And then Taryn Dus is going to help us to let us know how do we sign up to the Vigo platform. And we are going to have a panel discussion involving 5 panelists, and they are going to share with us the experiences and what they have got through mentorship, or what they have to share with us. I'm going to start straight away with the keynote speakers. You are most welcome, Dr. Kerry Jones. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we're delighted to be here with everyone today. I suppose we wanted to share with you our thoughts around the value of mentorship, because I think sometimes people think mentorship is really just around supporting knowledge development. But I think what we're hoping to share is that it's a really profound relationship that, when it works well, can provide support in all sorts of ways, but also in both directions for the mentee and the mentor. So can I have the first slide, please? Okay, these are animated, so they may take a little while to come up. So if we look at our careers, no matter what stage we're at, really that they develop as a learning journey. So we learn, we develop, we create new experiences, and we move into new and different roles. And so I suppose if we see our career as a learning journey, then what we know is that if that personal development and professional development is to occur, there has to be really deep or transformative learning. And so if learning is transformative, then our progression through our career can be conceptualized as a transformational journey, a journey that changes us. So if I could have the next slide, please. So there is this wonderful academic called Larry Dallos, who used to be a mentor to distance learning students in the US for several decades. And he writes with real poetry about the role and influence of the mentor. But he describes how that this learning is a developmental process, and how the learning changes learners in a multitude of ways. And that's not just professionally, it's also socially in their world outside of work. And that this process of transformation can actually be quite unsettling, because actually you start to question your accepted assumptions and views, and you have new ways of knowing and understanding things. So really, he looks at the role of the mentor as being the guide on that transformational journey. And that's really to provide moral and academic support, but also to build trust, to help the learner make sense of their new reality, and to help them through that uncertainty and fear. And I think, when you are looking at developing your career and taking up new opportunities, there is a certain level of uncertainty and fear, because you kind of don't know how it's all going to work out. So development or transformation can be risky and frightening, and the fear of the unknown. And also we have to, as learners, challenge ourselves to let go of our own conceptualizations of ourselves and the world, because we have to do that in order to change. Next slide, please. So he uses the story of a lady that he was mentoring, and she talked about the profound change that developmental journey had on her life. And she talks about the journey being like a river, and she was one side of the river and she wanted to be at the other side because it looked fantastic. So that's where she wanted her career to be. The people on the other side had lots of knowledge and experience, and she wanted to be over there. But to get over there, she had to cross the river. And actually, sometimes crossing the river felt like one of the worst experiences in her life, other times not so much. But what she said was, when she got to the other side, she was changed, because obviously she'd got new knowledge. Her experience had changed her view of the world. So she couldn't go back to the other side. She couldn't be the person she was before. So that has an impact on not just her professional life, but also her personal life. So often we see our relationships start to change in our home and personal life as we, as we undertake learning, as we take on new roles, new responsibilities, and develop our careers. So it's really important that we see both as being connected. Can I have the next slide, please? They're just a little bit slow to change, aren't they? Okay, so mentorship on our developmental journey, then you can see, is really critical, because, as I said, the impact of the journey is how that development influences the way we think about the world and our place in it. So the mentor really serves as a gatekeeper of knowledge, but also a guide on the journey. The guide or mentor acts as a catalyst for development, and that's not just about recognising our intellectual growth, but also the emotional, moral, spiritual and sensory experiences that accompany the change. So it's very holistic. Could I have the next slide, please? So as you can see, when this works well, this is a very profound relationship, because it's about recognising and working through all of those uncertainties, as well as guiding people through becoming what they want to be. So a mentor really is someone who shares their knowledge, skills and experience to help someone else to grow and develop. But of course, mentoring relationships work best when they move beyond that directive approach of somebody senior just telling you how it is or how they did it, to one where both parties learn from each other. And Simon Sinek once said, a mentor is not someone who walks ahead of us to show us how they did it. A mentor walks alongside us to show us what we can do. So I hope what I've shown in a very succinct way is, the real criticality of that mentor role and that relationship. So Sue now is going to talk about some of those considerations in relation to accessing mentorship, particularly in nursing. Sue?
Thank you, Kerry. Thanks very much. And it's an absolute pleasure to be here to be part of this exciting launch today. My interest is very much about practical implementation of strategies for development, mentorship and inclusive talent management within nursing. And that's my area of interest for research. And I've been reflecting in readiness for this presentation, like Kerry said, about how we access and the benefits of support for mentors. I think Nursing Now, the whole campaign, and now the Nursing Now Challenge, Leadership Challenge, is really helping to develop the skills, knowledge and talents of nurses and midwives to really lead in health and help transform care. And the talents are so diverse that nurses and midwives possess. But what we know, and we certainly know from research and evidence, is that nurses and midwives can often undervalue their own talents and potential. So after completing training as a student, for example, having a mentor is not something that many nurses and midwives would consider, perhaps unless they're part of a programme or a leadership development programme. Nurses and midwives are often in busy, obviously, work environments with social, community or family responsibilities, and are not necessarily able to focus a lot on their own potential and their development. However, we also know that even across the globe, even in countries, nursing and midwifery career pathways are so diverse and varied that there is sometimes a lack of awareness of the different opportunities and roles that nurses and midwives can progress into. And certainly in the research I've undertaken as part of my studies was around roles and careers can often seem confusing and unclear if you're at the start of a career journey or if you're at the middle point of the career journey. You may not know what is open to you and how do you get there even if you did know. And there's a really famous quote. I think if you could put the next slide on, please, that would be great. A really famous quote around by the civil rights activist Marion Wright Edelman. So you can't be what you can't see. And this resonates with many nurses and midwives I've spoken to over many years, that there's a lack of visible role models perhaps in certain fields or in senior roles, whether that be for women, whether that be for ethnic minority staff. I know the situation does vary across across all countries around the world. And there is definitely a lack of awareness of career pathways, and they may not think what is possible just for the lack of not knowing that that's an option. So mentorship does offer the opportunity to shine a light, I think, on the potential that an individual might not recognise even in themselves, to help develop self-awareness, confidence, and really enable professional leadership growth and development. And what we also know is in business and wider industries, mentorship is frequently integral to the individual's leadership and career development. It's well established as part of strategic approaches to talent development and retention. And it's really now time to embrace this approach in nursing and midwifery far more systematically and strategically. And this platform is just a phenomenal opportunity. Most or many nurses and midwives, you have memories of someone in your career, perhaps or in your life, who saw something in you that you may not have seen yourself, and provided that encouragement, so encouraging you to reach higher, to try something new, or to go for something that you may not even have thought of as possible across a lifelong journey. And I love the quote, I think the Vygo quote of, everyone deserves a champion, and to champion someone else. And I think that's never been more important, really important, wherever we are in our careers, whether we're newly qualified, encouraging somebody to enter nursing midwifery as a profession, or whether we're late career and experienced and looking for a new option, we have all got the opportunity to make a difference to somebody else. So this sort of global mentorship platform for students and nursing midwives as part of Nursing Now is really exciting, an opportunity to sort of nurture and develop the full diversity of talents that nurses and midwives have globally, but across a career lifespan. And I think that's really, really important. This isn't just about newly qualified, that transition phase. For we know there's a global shortage of nurses and midwives, and we need to retain professional knowledge and skills at all stages of a career, and raise and continue to raise the profile and influence of nurses and midwives globally. And the other reflection I had was, being a mentor is also about learning. Like Kerry, I think, has said, it's about walking alongside. It's about standing behind somebody in a way. And the picture we just found here was about, you don't have to be in front to be a mentor. You can be that person guiding and coaching from behind and allowing somebody to achieve things. But it's a mutual relationship of growth. And seeking someone who is different to yourself, perhaps, whether that's your own background, whether that's your culture, your country, your professional specific niche in a massive field of nursing and midwifery, it does offer significant opportunity for growth and learning for both the mentor and the mentee. So, it's really exciting that from students to mid to late career, nurses and midwives need to feel valued, no more importantly now than ever. They need to feel valued, they need to feel they have opportunity to develop and grow, and we need to retain professional nursing knowledge and skills. This has never been more critical, and I think this platform offers such a new and exciting opportunity for our professions and as leaders in global health and care. And we certainly are going to be supporting and advocating for this as a sort of a champion for the Nursing Now Leadership Challenge. So thank you for the opportunity. And that's, I think the next slide just has, I think, summarises some of our references, doesn't it, Kerry? So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, colleagues. We're happy to take questions, or you may want to move on, Harriet. I'm not sure.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kerry and Professor Sue, for that very important presentation about the importance of mentorship. I liked the quote that you presented to us, that you can't be what you do not see. And that is very, very important. We want to be the people we see, like the people we see. So that is the need for mentorship. And we hope that this program is going to benefit as many nurses as possible, since it is going to reach many, many of us. Thank you very much. And at this point, allow me go to Ben Hallett to introduce to us Vigo and what it brings to Nursing Now Challenge participants.
Hi, everybody. I believe I am now sharing my screen. Please let me know if I am not. Firstly, I just wanted to say that we are so excited to be here. So on behalf of the whole Vygo team, it is such an exciting time to be a software partner to enable the Nursing Now Challenge. From our perspective, it is such an important time in history to be helping all of humanity create meaningful mentoring relationships online. But on top of that, it is such an important time in history to be empowering nurses and midwives globally. So we are just so excited to be here. The aim of my little section here today is just to talk through a little bit more about the background of Vygo and why we have come to do what we do and why we have dedicated our lives to creating technology to enable mentoring. And then Taryn is going to jump in to show everybody how they can start to jump into the software and jump into the platform and getting involved. So I will attempt to change my screen. Here we go. All right. So why did we start Vygo? Vygo started for two convictions, which I believe Professor Haynes has already stolen my thunder here and talked about it, but I'll go into a bit more detail. So we started Vygo, my co-founders and I, for two convictions. And conviction number one is that every learner deserves to be championed. And this is actually my friendship group going into university at the University of Queensland. And here I am, here's my co-founder, Joel. And beneath us was our really good friend, Tony. And Tony, he had the most potential out of our whole group. He was the smartest friend that we had. We all had the highest expectations for where he was going to go with his degree. And, when it came to that very first semester, Tony was suddenly hit with all sorts of challenges in life. His family actually got quite sick, and he suddenly inherited a lot of responsibility to look after that family whilst also trying to learn. And that really, it put a lot of pressure on Tony's learning, and he wanted to learn, but he was going to need a lot of support to make that happen. And I think, as Professor Haynes spoke about, he needed to be able to see someone who was like him, who had gone through similar challenges and had come out the other side. But the reality was at that time, those services were not really available. And in particular, they were not available online in a way that Tony could interact while he was actually on the go, dealing with all the challenges that were going on. And as a result, Tony fell through the support cracks. And for my co-founders and I, we looked at this and we just saw such wasted potential there. And so that's one of the key convictions we came up with was, well, how every learner deserves to be championed in the moment where they need it. And the second conviction here is a little bit nicer. And it was actually for my co-founder and I had in our final year of university. And it is that every learner deserves the opportunity to champion somebody else as part of their journey. And so in our final year of university, my co-founder and I, we were able to become part of our university's refugee mentoring service. And that service was obviously, it was great for the mentees, but for us as the mentors, it changed our lives. It was such an opportunity for us to be given a little bit of responsibility to develop some leadership skills and to meet new people. And ultimately, it actually created a lot of skills that then translated into our future professions. So we came out of that saying everybody should have the opportunity to mentor somebody else behind them. It's such a valuable learning experience. And so those are the two convictions that really said, well, we got to do this. We've got to solve this. We've got to make it happen. So what we now do, Vygo, our platform, it's a web platform as well as a mobile app. That just means you can access it on your laptop, on your iPad, or on your mobile phone as well. And what we do with that platform, we help learners find and engage with the support that they need when and where they need it. So whatever time of day it is, they can shoot their mentor a message. They, wherever they are in the world, they can be connecting with people in other parts of the world. And yeah, engaging in those support services. In terms of a little bit more of what the platform actually looks like, with your mentoring relationships, you're going to be able to jump into the Nursing Now Challenge program. You're going to be able to find the mentor that's going to be most meaningful to yourself. And that relationship can play out via, you can text chat. send gifts. You can create video sessions. I don't think, well, this has actually been a mistake. I don't think we are enabling face-to-face sessions on this, but I'll let the Nursing Now team say whether that is a thing that we are moving forward with. But you're also able to engage in one-to-one and group-based support sessions as well. So I believe we will be doing, making use of both one-to-one and group as part of this challenge. And the platform enables all of those different things to happen in this space. And yeah, that's probably all I need to say here. Okay, so to give you a bit of a picture about where Vygo has grown today, you know, from that very early idea we had, those two convictions we had, Vygo now is one of the biggest support platforms globally. We work with universities in Australia, in Europe. We support students all over the globe. We work with some amazing institutions with very different needs, and we're very, very excited now to add Nursing Now to this list as well. Oh yeah, just to give you an idea, so, you know, right currently on the platform, you know, every single day, every single week, our platform's being tapped into by learners all around the globe of all different shapes and sizes and age groups and demographics to tap in, and they're connecting with each other globally. And that's really what we're here to achieve with the Nursing Now Challenge. And I will say that some of our best mentoring programs that we've had on the platform to date have been the mentoring services. All right, the final thing before I kick over to Taryn is that I know a number of people who are going to be involved in the challenge. You may be thinking, as I thought when I became a mentor, you know, like, I have no idea what I'm doing. How can I be of value to somebody else? So what we've done is we actually have created a free resource. It's a very, very short online course, and it's completely optional that you can take, which just gives you a really quick overview of how to be a good mentor, the do's, the don'ts, the things you should consider. It covers everything from communication styles to goal setting to diversity and inclusion. So if you would like to do that, the website for that is www.thementor.academy. And as I said, it's completely free, and you will come out with a micro badge as well that you can add to your LinkedIn or use in any of your professional development as well. All right, so that concludes the section I'm going to give here, but I'm going to throw to Taryn now, who is our Partner Success Manager here at Vygo, to have a chat about how to get involved in the software.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ben. I'm just going to share my screen. Give me 30 seconds. There we go. Can everyone see my screen, see a QR code? I hope so. If not, message me in the chat. But yeah, so this is just a little bit of a slide. You can use the QR code. I did post in the chat the website, but I will just quickly post it in again. It is web.vygo.app. If you put that into your web browser, you'll be able to access it. Otherwise, you know, you can go onto your mobile phone and download the app on either the Apple Store or Google Play. So once you've gone to the website, so it's going to look like this. And I've seen that there's a couple of questions coming through about region, and it's a bit confusing. So I'll run through what we actually mean by region. Region's actually just the place the institution is based, and Nursing Now, because we are working mostly with people who are based in the UK, being Andrea and Hannah, it is going to be in the UK Europe region, just so we fit under the laws around that region as well. So it's just where we base the platform. It doesn't need to be in your specific country. So make sure you click on UK Europe, and then what you'll do is you'll come into the login page. You want to make sure you click register now, and you will see institution here. And a good way to know you're in the right region is when you click on institution, you should see the Nursing Now challenge. If you don't see it, go back in, make sure that you are in the UK Europe region, click on Nursing Now challenge, and then it's just filling in your first name, last name, a personal email address. Make sure it's the one that the Nursing Now challenge team does have on file, because this is exclusive to only Nursing Now participants. So we want to make sure that it is locked down, so it's only the people who are involved that get to be included. And if you're not at the moment a Nursing Now participant, make sure that you go to the website and get involved, because it's such a fantastic initiative. And then you want to put a password in here as well. I just also want to let you know that don't stress about putting your last name in here. In the platform, you will appear as your first name and then the initial of your last name. So for example, I would be Taryn D, and Ben would be Ben H. So just keep that one in mind as well. So once you fill in all that information, click register. And what that'll do is it'll take you to a next page that says, go to your emails, click on the email from us and verify your email address. If it doesn't come directly into your inbox, it might go to a spam or junk folder. So check them. It's pretty quick. So if it doesn't show up in the next 5 minutes, what I recommend doing is we do have a in-platform support. So you can click on need help here. It also might appear down the bottom called help, and that opens our technical support chat, and they get back to you within 1 business day to help you. So yeah, once you've done that, what it will do is it'll redirect you back to the platform. And instead of seeing this page, you will see this page here. So I'm hoping it updated. Did it update? Can I get like a thumbs up from someone just to be sure? Harriet,
Yes.
Is it the dashboard? Thank you, Ben. Awesome. Glad. I want to make sure everyone's seeing the right thing. So the first thing is you'll see this dashboard. You'll see you're in the Nursing Now platform, and you'll see the Mentor Academy here. So Ben was talking about that before. If you're interested, this is a really quick way of getting into it. You can just click on Learn More and be directed to it. So as you can see now, you're not in any programs because there's 3 programs available on the platform. So click on Browse Programs and you'll see the 3 options. So Early Career to Student, Nursing Now Challenge Alumni to current participants, and then Middle Career Senior to Early Career Mentoring. So you can go into any of these programs, and you can go into multiple programs. So you might decide that you're an early career nurse. So you're going to mentor a student in the student mentoring program, but you're also going to want to be mentored yourself in the middle career to senior one. So just very quickly, how you join a program, click into the program you want to join, read about it, make sure it's exactly what you do want to join, click join program, and then you'll be given an option on how you want to engage. You're either going to need a mentor or you are a mentor. So then you click your options. If you click mentor, it'll take you through an onboarding where you need to set up a wonderful mentor profile. It'll ask you for a bit about yourself, put a lot of details in there, make sure everyone, you know, what you do, what you love about the job, all of those things. And then if you are just going to be a mentee, it'll take you through some questions. So there's 3 questions that you'll have to answer going to every program, whether you're a mentor or a mentee. And it's just, what country are you based in? What institution, so what education or organization you're involved with, and then whether you've been involved in mentoring before. Then you click join program and it will redirect you like so. If you see this little banner here, it just means you're pending approval. It means that we don't have your email address on file. What you want to do is just go down to this, click on the email address and send Andrea a message and just say, hey, I'm not on the email list. Can I be a part of these programs? And she'll say, absolutely, this is what you need to do to organize that. And then once you're in the program, there's going to be another option here called matching. So you want to go through and do the matching quiz, because what it's going to do as a mentor, it's going to make sure mentees are actually paired with you that have similar things in common. And as a mentee, it's going to give you a couple of recommendations on who the algorithm thinks you could connect with. You are then going to be able to access every mentor that's in the platform if you want to, but we want to make sure that we are matching you with people that you have something in common with so you can talk to them. But yeah, that is the very quick overview. We are going to do training sessions next week, and Andrea will post about that a bit later in the chat. But if you do have any questions and you end up in the platform and you need some support, if you click help down here or click on the hamburger over here and click chat with Vygo, what it will do is open up our technical support chat and you can ask them directly there as well. But yeah, that is it from me. So I'll stop sharing and pass back over to the wonderful Harriet.
Thank you so much, Taryn, for introducing us to how we can get into the platform. Kindly help us answer this question before you go away. Someone is confused at the initial stage of getting into the platform where they show the regions. It is showing Australia, USA. If possible, and you show her again, I believe it will help many others.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just one over here. You might find that you get taken directly to this screen. I promise you, if you click UK and Europe, you will find the Nursing Now Challenge. If you click any of the other ones, you won't. I know that it can be a bit confusing because we don't have every region on here, but yeah, just go to UK, Europe.
Taryn,
from there. Yes,
I don't
Ben.
think you're sharing your screen. Sorry.
I'm not sharing my screen. Thank you, Ben.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I stopped. Technology, guys. It's not like I work for a tech company or anything, is it? So yeah, it'll look like this. Just make sure you click UK Europe and you will find the Nursing Now Challenge. And if at any point you're like, oh, I still don't know, click Need Help. They'll be able to support you, our wonderful support team.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Taryn. Elizabeth, I hope your answer has been answered. We only look out for Nursing Now Challenge in every region that we click into. Thank you. We are going to have the panelists, and these are going to help us share their experiences and discuss the importance of leadership and mentorship. And our first panelist is Hazel Varetan, University of Santo Thomas Hospital. You are most welcome. Thank you.
All right, so good evening, everyone, or good morning there. It's already almost 6 o'clock in the region where I am now. So the importance, can we go to the next slide, please? So I'm Hazel Veratan, and I'm currently working as a psychiatric nurse here in our institution in the Philippines. And at the same time, I am the editorial assistant of the Philippine Journal of Nursing. Now, the importance of mentoring relationships to support leadership development revolves around psychosocial encouragement, the development of the soft skills, the development of own personal attributes, and of course, to have a role model. Now, in what I have experienced, the psychosocial encouragement is very important in terms of reducing the stress and providing you guidance whenever you are being mentored by your nursing leaders. And at the same time, you're also able to develop how you're going to handle the problems that you will encounter as a leader. In terms of the soft skills development, this has something to do with developing your own personal attributes, such as your confidence, your communication, your leadership skills, and these develops over time alongside with your mentor. Now, in developing your own personal attributes, you also get to find some affirmations, some encouragement words from your mentor. You can also get the connections that you're going to need, especially when you need to go out there and endorse and present to the world whatever are the learnings or sharings that you want the others to know about you, and at the same time on how you're going to further our profession. Usually you become more inspired in working about it, and eventually you get to build up your reputation, at the same time build up in how you're going to contribute further in your profession. Now, the role model is the most important aspect or concept in the relationship of mentoring, because it's really important you have someone or a leader in mind that you want to serve as your role model, so that you can further develop your own way of how you're going to lead the nursing profession. Now, I think the Vygo platform that they have been introducing earlier is really a good platform because it's more easily accessible. It's easily accessed by people. And at the same time, it has a mobile version, so you can just chat your mentor anytime that you wanted to ask for some advice, or if you have some dilemma in terms of some decisions that you're going to make, some ethical considerations that you need. And I think the Vygo platform is actually a good application that you could use, and most especially if you wanted to have a mentor that is outside your country, and if you wanted to see how other countries are doing or developing their strategies in solving different problems that you will encounter whenever you are. I think Vygo can be a good help in connecting you with these mentors. So I am going to give it back to you, Harriet.
Thank you very much, Hazel, for that sharing, very important. And I hope everyone is dropping in her question or his question in the chat box or question and answer section. They will be answered at the end. Thank you very much. Let's continue with our panelists who are sharing with us their thoughts on the importance of mentorship and what they hope the Vigo platform will support them achieve. Let's have Fausto Data, Autonomous University of Baja, California. Thank you very much. You're most welcome.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from Mexico. And again, my name is Fausto Arte. Thanks for the introduction. Regarding with this topic, I believe mentoring is essential in all aspects of our lives, not only in a professional way, but also in a personal growth, especially in leadership. Mentors are guides in our path and help us to improve and not going through the same mistakes. They become very important characters in our lives. Unfortunately, this is not always the case for everyone, either because the mentor is unavailable and sometimes it's difficult to connect with them at the right moment, or it does not even occur to get help from mentors because we think it has a cost, right? Next slide, please. Thank you. Well, in my experience, I can say that I feel blessed to have the support of great mentors such as Dr. Luban and Dr. Jose Alejandro from Texas, and also from Dr. Juana Mercedes from Mexico. My mentors' support, along with Sigma in that time, helped me to reconnect with leadership by reaffirming what is leadership. That leadership consists in helping people around you, helping to be better than they were yesterday. And in this way, we create influence and impact in their lives. Next, please. Thank you. I also had the opportunity to be mentored by Dr. Cadena, also from Mexico, has helped me to develop my knowledge in the research area, and who always shares learning opportunities, which has been very much valuable for me. On the other side, the great advantage of Vygo is that we can break the barrier of the first step. Sometimes it's very difficult and confusing, but on the other hand, Vygo offers us a variety and accessibility to connect not only with people from our countries, but from others, by expanding our opportunities and learning from other different cultures. I also want to mention that I have used a little bit this application, this platform, and it's very useful, very intuitive, very easy to use. And what a better way to thank for all we have been helped by our mentors, that by helping others as a mentor too, inspiring and helping new nurses in their path. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Very important. I can see questions coming in, and I'm sure that we have very many questions and we shall have them answered. Please keep sending them into. Then we are going to have another panelist, Sana Gol Balok from Aga Khan Health Services, Pakistan. You are most welcome, Sana.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you so much for inviting me to this amazing webinar. It has already been discussed and it's clear that why mentoring relationships are important for our leadership development. Here, I would like to take the opportunity to talk about my own experiences that I had with my mentor. So in our university, we did not have an official platform where we could connect to a mentor, right? So fortunately, I was able to have a mentor during my classroom discussions, because there was a spark where we discussed about certain issues related to nurses. And then it is where we got connected and got along outside classroom as well, discussing different issues that we were having and the different campaigns that we were going on in Pakistan and globally. But So through a mentor, where as a student, I did not have many knowledge about what we really need to get done for the nurses in order to highlight the issues or having a better working environment in a country like Pakistan. It was the mentor that helped me to have a knowledge or to enhance my understanding from her own experiences outside the classroom. So it was through my mentor where I got connected to Nursing Now in Pakistan. And then the journey began where we had lots of webinars and sessions and different opportunities in national level and international level. So through mentorship, I was not only able to connect to other people, but as well, I was able to get advices and lessons and what we need to get done and what were the real issues that she, as an experienced faculty or professor, had at that time. And as a nursing student, I had this enthusiasm and time to work on them. So I guess Vygo as a platform, as an official platform, is amazing tool for students who do not have any platform to get connect to a mentor in their own learning or career in their workplaces. So it literally took 5 minutes for me to register in the app, and I just got through it, and it is really amazing platform where we have predefined programs to get enrolled in, and then it has a dashboard where we can see how many sessions we have in how many programs we are enrolled in, and we can have a track of what we have done through the platform. I guess this is something that it is a need of the time for, especially for the nurses and midwives, where we do not have many opportunities to connect to a mentor. And mentorship not only help us to boost our confidence, to have develop our leadership skills and to advocate, but as well as it will help us to develop our career and develop our advocacy skills. That I feel like the skills that I have right now to be present in a platforms through Nursing Now or other healthcare organizations is because through a constant mentorship from my mentor outside the classroom, which were not objective oriented or course oriented, but rather do a vision and aim oriented for nurses. And then this is how actually mentorship and having mentoring relationship help you to get a leadership development skills, as well as a platform like Vygo will make it more easier for nurses or early career nurses and other people to get instant mentorship programs and to get enrolled to a like-minded and passionate people where you can just share your learning with and get some opportunities to develop yourself in career, as well as to lead other programs where you all can see from the regional co-chairs where they are leading their own country teams and are planning out some amazing activities in their own region to influence the policy for better working environment for nurses globally. So I guess Nursing Now Challenge is one of the best example of a mentoring platform itself and how it is getting us connected to other platforms that offers same sort of opportunities for early career nurses and midwives globally. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sana, for sharing with us your early experience with the platform. It is really interesting hearing you say that it took you 5 minutes to register and to navigate around. The same applies to me. It was so interesting when I opened and I saw huge opportunities. I mean, you can really find a lot of opportunities. You can meet someone on a platform, you can plan together when to meet, you know. So, and also someone who asked that, shall we be invited to join? But it is that you will have this platform on your phone when you install from your Play Store. And when you join, you will join as either mentor or a mentee. If you join as a mentee, that means you're looking for support from someone, and you will see a number of mentors and you can read their bio, their experience. I mean, what is about them and what you think you will benefit from them, as in it gives you the opportunity to see who you will benefit from, and then you choose that. So it is not a complicated thing. It is an opportunity that we have got at a time like this to develop our leadership. I remember when I was going through mentorship, we didn't have this. And I had to make a program with my mentor, either to meet physically or to have a Zoom meeting. But without having this platform to see how other people probably are moving around with the mentorship. So that is how it is. Thank you very much, Sana. Let's hear from Teresa Nafuna, Minister of Health, Kenya, to share with us how she thinks the platform will be very important to Nursing Now participants.
Harry, I don't think she's been able to connect. Maybe we could go on to Mary.
Okay, let's have Mary Namukisa from Uganda Medical Research Council. You're most welcome, Mary. Let's hear from you, your thoughts.
Hello, everyone. I hope you people can hear me. Looking at the importance of mentorship and leadership, I really think this is really a good thing, a good program for us nurses, most especially in the developing world. There is really a big gap between the young nurses that are developing and then those that are on top. And I think the Vygo platform is going to break that barrier. And looking at the COVID situation in the country and everywhere, I think technology is the way to go. And I think the Vygo platform is really going to make it. I'm thinking that if it's possible, we have to introduce it to the nurses, even in the training institutions, such that they can really benefit. Having a mentor or someone to look up to. The earlier discussions have already, someone has mentioned that you need, you cannot, let me say, put it in my own words, you cannot dream, you cannot have a goal without looking at something. You need someone to look up to. And I think having us introduced to the mentors all over the world is going to help us so much to increase the self-awareness of the nurses, of us nurses. Most of the times we work in organizations where the focus is not on a nurse, but on the organizational goals. Giving an example of someone like me working in a research institution, the focus is always to see more papers published. You're always looking at the protocol to see that things are put forward and are done the way they are supposed to be done. But you don't really have someone to guide you as a nurse. I may be working in a research institution, but my goal or my career aspirations are not into research as itself, but I want to develop professionally as a nurse. And having someone to guide me through that process and through that transformation is really, really an important aspect in the growth and development of nursing and midwifery as a career. And also, I think both the mentors and the mentees, there is really an important aspect of growth of development or increase the communication and interpersonal skills. And this really helps in the day-to-day challenges we meet and the pressures we meet at work. We can really have an increase in the development in the moral clarity that can help us to solve even the day-to-day challenges we meet. Giving an example of myself, I'm into a research organization. I support research, but I've not been writing until my mentor told me that I think you can write something. And at first it looked really complicated as something I couldn't really afford. But then because she kept on encouraging me, I started writing, and I can tell you that before the end of the year, I'm going to publish my paper. And it's because of that I have someone to look up to, someone to push me and sometimes even pull me when I even can't walk. So I think I'm looking forward to this program, and I requested that we have it to put forward for all the nurses in institutions, those in schools, those that are working, to have this amazing opportunity. Thank you so much for that time.
Thank you very much, Mary, for sharing that experience of the importance of a mentor and for sharing your personal experience and how it has taken you far. Thank you very much, our panelists. I'm wondering if Teresa Nafuna is, we can go ahead. We have about 5 minutes to go. Hannah, do we have her?
No, Harriet, she hasn't been able to join.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, no worries then. I can go through some of the comments and questions in the chat. Hi, this is from Grace Ngisiri. Hi, have installed the app from Google Play on my phone, but not opening until now. What could be the problem? Probably that could be internet, or poor internet or network, yeah. But the moment you install it, it has to open. I don't know if you have opened it at the moment now, but I can advise that continue trying to ensure that you have the good internet and open again. Interesting, yeah. Use this tool in the nursing experience. This one is appreciating the tool. Maybe we should have a real-time Nursing Now challenge for all of those on this webinar to register for one of the programs today. It's like she wants to see an example of how to join, how to register. Taryn, do you think we shall have time for that? We might not have time for that. Probably Nursing Now will plan and support each and every one of us who may fail to join, but I'm sure that once you download it, it will be easy for you. And Nursing Now, you can join, you can send your question or any need that you have on Nursing Now email address that has been provided to you in the chat. I do encourage everyone to take this opportunity to be part of the Nursing Now and to participate in the mentorship program using this platform. That is Hazel, and that is very true. We need all of us to join this platform. In the time of COVID-19 pandemic, student nurses need our support more now than ever. This mentorship program is ideal, especially in this time. Thank you all for this. Yes, I also want to add my voice to thank Nursing Now for bringing us this very important opportunity that is going to offer us mentorship, to offer to give everyone what she needs. And for those who are mentors are going to grow through the mentorship experience. And those ones who need mentors now, they have been brought to you at your midst through this program. And because of the COVID-19, it is the best way to go, because right now it is through digital opportunities that we have to move forward. From where can we access from where we can access worldwide sessions? That is also appreciating the platform. I can hear a cry of a newborn baby in the background. Apgasco 9/10. That is Sarah Ngoma from Zambia. She's a midwife and she has had a baby crying. Well articulated, Mary. Can you repeat the connectivity address? Taryn, can you repeat the connectivity address? Okay, the address is going to be provided to us and it is here. It is here below, yes. We will be holding 2 meta training sessions next week. You can register for these below. Those ones who are joining as mentors, you have been provided with the Zoom link because we have a webinar on 25th of October to train us on how to go through the mentoring training. And the Vigo website address is here. It has been provided by Taryn. The Vigo website address is continuously being provided. Thank you very much all. And I'm wondering if any one of us has a question before we leave. This is a great platform. What a great time to be alive. This one Lillian got excited just the way I was excited when I saw this platform, an opportunity to share what I have and an opportunity to gain more of what I do not have. Again, thank you very much. Nothing now, thank you very much. Vigo team for explaining to us what is entailed in this platform and what we are going to benefit from this program. If there is no any other comment, nothing to add on, I want to thank each one of us who has attended, and please let's meet on the platform. Me, I am already there. Thank you very much. And please have a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Bye-bye.